Welcome to Axie Breeding King Show Me the Money Part 2. I am going to show you a 60-day breeding simulation, how you would actually get to about $17,000 per week per 5 days in 60 days compounding. I said 10,000 just because I think a lot of people can't wrap their mind around 17,000 every 5 days in 2 months, but the math doesn't lie. I had a few people email say, why are you only bringing on students until August 24th? Does something change in Axie? The answer is no, nothing at all. It's on my end, nothing to do with that end. I own 2 SaaS companies, software as a service, watch all my videos, and bottom line is Stripe here messed me over in one of my companies. As you can see, so far this year we ran $688,000, 1,900 customers. I have a big payout. Well, it's small to me, but it might be big to you. August 23rd, 86,500. I'm going to put, I don't know, 30,000 into Axie then? It depends. I mean, my farm is growing like crazy. So at that point, I just, won't have time. I barely have time now to help a few students, but I won't have time then. My farm, I think on my sheet I'm about to show you, showed 51 Axie, but I just sold one more. I've been going exactly 2 weeks. Started on July 16th. Today's July 30th. 14 days, 50 Axies, and I'll be well beyond what I'm going to show you here shortly. Okay, Einstein said the 8th wonder in the world is compounding. I agree. Those that understand low-risk compounding get rich. Let me show you the money on why I'm cutting off. Okay, I already showed you that. I'm not a professional speaker at all. I don't care if you join or not. I'm not sharing my name, except for with students. Students know my name because, they have my Skype. And I'm not sharing my face because I'm not really a YouTuber, okay? I'm an investor, an entrepreneur, and the Axie Infinity is an amazing thing. Watch my Fundamentals Part 1, or Show Me the Money Part 1 video. Watch all the videos so you can see the proof. And I'll probably be making less videos as we get closer to August 24th, but I'll still show the farm as it gets massive. I think I upgraded my goal from having 1,000 Axies by Christmas to having 2,000 Axies by Christmas. Pretty much no doubt in my mind. Zero doubt in my mind. I guess my only question is whether I'll have 1,000 or 2,000 of them. And by the way, I'm not worried about version 2, and my students are not worried about version 2. I know a lot of you in Discord are worried about version 2. You don't need to be when you understand what I understand. Okay, start off with the ABC method. That's 4. Sell all the mutant babies that are under 95%. Sell them fast. This is 5-day cycles. You sell them fast by simply pricing them 10% under market. If you understand this, Axie and NFTs and what they're doing with NFTs, us breeders, we are the most important part of Axie ecosystem. I'm going to make another video about that. We are the most important part. If you get it and you have the money, I'd suggest you start with 8 or 10. Okay, I started with 10, and I believe I added one more. Well, I didn't start with 10 at once. I mean, it kind of took me about a week of research. So if I were to really started with 10 on the 16th, I'd probably already be at 80 Axies by now. So I kind of spaced it out for a week, which is nice because then you get to hatch eggs every day, which I enjoy doing that better. By the way, if you join my private coaching, you not only get phone calls and screen shares and get your foundation set up correctly, and you get 3 months of email support, but you also get my new software coming out, which will help you breed and help you hatch, and the community with the other students. With my proven 50% system, you're going to be breeding 50% of them in 5 days. The other 50% might, mutant babies. It's just hilarious learning the new lexicon of this Axie world. Hey, what do you do for a living? I breed digital fish to fight, and I sell the mutant babies as virgins. It's so funny. Not only do I breed them to fight, I leave them in cages, and then I force them to fight for money. Imagine that at the dinner party. Think an easier way to say is I do crypto investing with non-fungible tokens, NFTs. Okay, so if you don't have enough ETH to buy 3, to buy 4, better. If you don't have enough ETH, then buy 3. I wrote 2. Why did I write 2 there? Just buy 3, okay? And then do the ABC method, which will slow you down about 2 weeks. My analysis, maybe 10 days. Better yet, do it. But if you can't breed, your first 4 or 5 times, you better calculate your AXL and, small potion costs. If you can't do that, don't invest. Okay, so don't invest. To earn $10,000 plus per week in only 2 months, and $100,000 per week in 4 to 6 months, which is what I'll be doing. It's very possible. Other guys are doing that already in 4 months. Okay, other guys are already doing 150, 100,000 in 4 months, and they didn't even start off with as good a foundation as I started off with. Listen, that's going to take an upfront investment. That's just the way it is. We have a wave here. We can ride it huge for a while, and you can be in that or not. And this is just not for broke people. If you're a broke person, play the game, grind it out, get yourself some Axies, build it up over a few months, eventually build a team or go borrow money. Okay, after 5 days, you're going to have 10 eggs because you're going to do my system, which is, why I made up my nickname, Breeding King. We're not doing 4. We're doing 5. We're not taking profits the first 2 months. Are you kidding me? We're rolling it over. So assuming 5 are bad, which is what the statistics have come out for me so far, and everybody else, math is math, you 5 those sell, then you're going to have 5 to breed. Okay, so with this ETH that you made from selling the bad ones, you have to buy one more good Axie and buy a little bit more AXL and SLP. So now you have 6 Axies. Okay, if you can't break above this threshold from 5 to 6, you're not going to get the compounding snowball the way it needs to be. Now you might just right off the bat get better than 60%, which is what I did. I had about 65% very positive hatchlings, and it's possible you get a bad batch with the lower one. So you try to get to that 6 as soon as you can. So in 5 more days, you're then going to have 10 in total now. All right, are you following the math? And you now get 12 new Axies. So below are the numbers for 60 days. This is my back of the napkin rough way of doing it. And if you're off a day or two, you're off an Axie or 2, don't worry about it. Over 60 days, compounding will come out the same. If you don't get to my number of 17,000 per cycle, net profit, well, you'll be at about 10,000, okay? 10,000, 12,000. Yeah, you might get a better batches and be 20,000. You need to make more? Guess what? Run it over for 90 days. Okay, so after the 10 days, you now have a total, sorry about that. Turn this, this 10 days, you now have a total of 12. You're dividing it by 2. I'm going to divide it by 2 all the way down because you are selling the mutant babies. So you're going to have 6. You're going to take those 6. You got 3 couples. 3 couples times 5 new babies brings you to 15. Okay? 15, you get the 7.5. Round it up this time. You get 8 times 5 new babies, 20. 20 days. Not too exciting. Compounding is never exciting in the beginning. Never. 10, 5 times 5, 25 of them. You get 12 and a half. This time I'm going to round it down. So you're going to have 6 couples. 6 couples times 5 is 30. 15 of them. You're going to have 8. So I'm rounding down more often than I'm rounding up. Times 5, they're going to have 40. You're 35 days into this. You're like, oh my gosh, I only got 40. Well, you only started with 4. And maybe bought one later if you needed to. Okay, if you start with more, like me, I'm at 50, and I'm at 14 days. Okay, and so I understand compounding. I understand the investment. I understand crypto. I understand NFTs. I'll help you set up your foundation right if you join the mentorship. 20. That's going to be 10 couples times 5 is 50. On and on and on. You can pause this and do it later. By the time you get to day 55, you got 165 of them, you get 82, 41 couples times 5, you're looking at 205 hatched eggs. That means, now right here, if you just wanted to stop, which I think would be stupid, I think it'd be a lot better to snowball 6 or 12 months, maybe start putting out $5,000 a week, $5,000 a cycle, start pulling out, whatever you need to make yourself comfortable, you do that. But let's just assume right here you decided you're no longer going to grow your farm any bigger. You're just going to purely take profit every cycle from now on out. So I'll just show you the numbers. That's 102 of them that keep breeding, so you can keep doing what you're doing. And this is low ball. This is low ball, and I'll tell you why in a second. So you sell those 105. Remember, 50% of that profit has to go to about AXL and SLP to keep breeding. To keep these 102 breeding each time, you're going to have to keep buying large amounts. And I'll show you which brokers I use. And it's, by the way, lower rate than Uniswap and SushiSwap. Okay, I give all sorts of tips to my students, and how to use VPNs and workarounds and multiple accounts, and better than Binance too, by the way. So I don't think I'll share the brokers I use, but all sorts of loopholes. So you're then selling 51 of them. Today, current floor price is $350 each, but really it's much higher since it's better stats. Okay, you're breeding pretty pure aquas here. My mutant babies are like 88%, 86%, 91%. So, those virgin ones are selling for a good number over that. And obviously, we don't know what prices are going to be in 60 days. But overall, the market's going up. It's going to continue to go up until we get to, 60 million or 100 million users, gamers. So, what's that come to? What's 51 times 350? Show me the money. There it is. $17,850 per 5 days. This might excite some of you guys. That doesn't really excite me. My free crypto swap company is revolutionary because unlike MetaMask, which charges you an arm and a leg and 3 fingers in commissions, it's free. No commissions at all. So we're going to make a ton from ad revenue. It's going to be like the Drudge of, without the news, of the crypto world as crypto goes. What I'm excited about is Christmas time when I'm breeding 1,000 or 2,000 of them, and everywhere like that. So, anyways, moving on. At this point, you should change to breeding only 4 times per cycle, or use the calculator that tells you if you breed 4 or 5 is the best. Okay, because there is a special calculator. I give that to everybody. And it'll exactly show you, because you don't want to underbreed and you don't want to overbreed. Although in the beginning you do want to overbreed. You want to do 5 every time to get your snowball going. Okay? And so at this point you can kind of, then switch your strategy up a little bit. And by the way, you shouldn't even start scholarships until you hit day 60. Okay? If you're even going to do it. And so you want to start with way more of them. And breed 5 times per cycle. Here's the 2 reasons why. Increase your chances of not having a dud batch. That's really important. You also increase your chances of getting 100%ers, which is nice. And you should not care about taking money and making money the first 60 days. Okay, if you can't understand that concept, this breeding business is not for you. Horse breeders and dog breeders, back when 15 years ago when I was 20, I used to breed these $2,000 dogs. You're looking at 6,000 in my 20s. You're looking at 6,000. What am I saying? 6 months. I mean, it was such a long cycle. So this is amazing. NFTs are here to stay. This is amazing. I've been in crypto for a while. I did miss the first boat. I do kick myself for that. Okay, so sure I might be off a few days because of Sundays. I don't work and I don't breed on Sundays. Or you might take 24 hours to sell one of these low price Axies and you can't quite breed again. It's fine. Even if it took you 70 days to reach those numbers, is it going to be worth it? Is that worth it? 17,850? Okay. If I didn't have my money frozen in the merchant account, you wouldn't even see this video. I would have already put in 40,000, 50,000, and already had a farm of 100. So I'm here to help those that are serious, those that want the inside track, those that want the correct foundation. And not that many people, and I may cut it off before August 24th. So these numbers above are why you should wait for at least 60 days before you start offering scholarships to get free SLP. It's not really free. It's not free. It's opportunity lost. Okay, so I won't be adding that side of my business until I'm way past the 60-day goal, if ever. If I ever want to do it, I need to hire somebody to manage all that for me is what I'm going to need to do. So stay focused on the big picture. Understand compounding. The demand won't slow down at all for the next few years. It is not going to slow down. Axie can get to 60 million players easy. That's 100x. Only has about 600,000 now. They're actually getting paid to play, unlike the other ones. I don't even play the game, but I heard it's fun. But I know the tricks. I know the traits to go after. I know the traits to avoid. And so that is the Show Me the Money Part 2. You may need to watch it twice if you don't understand the math. Email me with any questions. I'm going to hit my refresh button. I've got just a few for sale. And these things just sell so quick. Nope, hasn't sold in the last 5 minutes. Okay, have a great day. Thank you.